Anybody there? I'll just give people a little while to join in. Hopefully there's one or two watching. Yeah, hi, it's been a little while, hasn't it? It's been a little while since I've done a show. I think this would be my third week. I think if I'd missed this week, it'd have been 4. So, yeah, it's been a little while. I'll get into that in a little while and have a chat and see how we're getting on. There's no one made a comment yet. Hopefully there's someone watching. Oh, a thumbs down. Thanks for that. That was a bit quick for a thumbs down. So look, there's 14, I think there's 14 people watching, so according to my thing. Yep, so there you go, Shane. Good evening, Shane. Yep, the comments are working. Crikey, they're coming through really big and bold. I don't need my glasses on for those. Hi Ian, hi John. Hope you're well, John. Hope you're feeling good. And David and Lynn. Hi Lynn, nice to see you. Sorry that, you know, as I say, that I haven't done much in the way of a show lately. Good evening, Manic. Let's have a little vape. I've been trying out a new flavour for one of our concentrates, which is black currant. Mike will like this, MF. Black currant, raspberry and lime. So let's put that in my dripper. Evening Curly Chew and Keith, Mr. Parker. So at least I recognised you tonight. Are you in your conservatory, Keith? I know Keith's given me a bit of a hard time for not doing a show. He's been moaning at me. So, not really. It's all been done nicely. So leave that lid off, I think, because I'll probably come back to that. Yeah, Keith, Simon. Good evening, Simon. And Phil. I hate you. What's that all about? Explain, Phil, please. Explain. David, now that sounds nice. Oh, the flavour, yeah, it is. It's an old flavour, isn't it? It's not one that you'd often hear about, but yeah, it is. I'm quite enjoying it. Andy Harris, evening. Yeah, Keith's got his coffee and his vape on the go. So I don't think when Keith first watched, he could like join in chat, but you know, that's all sorted out now. Keith's bought himself into this century from was it Lincoln? I think it was Lincoln, near Lincoln. So right, let's tell you what I'm vaping on tonight. Tonight I'm on a new one, little Bantam, like the billet box. I've got the vape shell in mind. By the way, I get asked a lot from people what RTAs you can put in the Bantam, and the honest answer is it just takes a standard borrow tank. So if you've already got a billet box with a borrow tank and you're thinking, well, I could, you know, put that in an 18350 mod, then yeah, whatever you're using, as long as the 18350 battery will handle it. You know, if you wouldn't really be sub-ohming in a billet box anyway, it's not really the idea of it. So, yeah, and there's I don't know if you can see that, there's a display in the top, only a little display, and that was upside down. Let's try that. So it's 13 watts. I've got my vape shell inside. And there we are. So yeah, nice little portable devices. I mean, it is stealthy. So who else have we got? Have I missed anyone? I'm going to be awful in chat as normal. Yeah, it is Louth in Links. John, yeah, vaping Smurf. Right, so what else am I on? Right, I'm on. I can't remember the name of this tank. I'm sorry. It's 3 initials. Can't remember. As a quiz. Someone tell me what this tank is. It's on the Dovpo Ember, which Really like this little Dovpo Ember. It's a bit like the Artery Nugget, but for a 22mm, I mean that's 22mm tank. It would take a 23. But yeah, it's a bit like the Artery Nugget, but it's probably, you know, it's nicer display. 14 watts in that one. It's not a removable battery, it's an internal battery, but some mods don't sort of tend to read a coil that well or power that well. This does, and I'm enjoying this one. Coil UK, welcome. Ian Morgan, welcome. Did I say hello, Ian? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Right, so that's what else I'm on. I'm also on my trusty True Tank, and I've got that on this. These are a little sweet device, they are. That's the Luxem by Ambition Mods, and that's got a little MOSFET chip inside. 18350 battery. You can extend it and use an 18650 battery, so you can use it in either mode. Have a little vape on that one. There we are. So it's a bit like having a mech mod, but with safety features. So it's, I think it's, is it 3 clicks off? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nothing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and away. And the button, I'm going to be doing a review on this, but again, I haven't been doing any reviews either. The button is just on that little, oh, that's not a very good light, is it? It's shining right where you don't want it. There's like a paddle here, hopefully you can see it. There's a paddle there with Ambition on it, and that just presses the button on the MOSFET. Salford, how are you? Nice to see you. Keith, so look, knew how to chat, but got fingers like, that's right, like pork sausages and arthritis. Now, new mobile now sorted. So Keith's got a mobile like an iPad, I reckon. Anyone else? Nope. I think we're all there. We're all good. So what else? And I think David Salford, you've got one of these Luxems. Hopefully you've been enjoying yours. I sent a few out to be reviewed, so they'll be coming through. What else am I vaping on? Right, I can tell you for weeks now I've been saying about this dripper that I couldn't talk about, and I can now. It's the Keys Alexander. And this is the one that, if you remember, I could drop about 50-60 drops of juice inside it, and it didn't spit. And there it is there. Let's just take that out for you. Let's find something to take the base off with. That's tight. Again, there'll be a review coming out for this one. So if I leave that on there, that's the base. Basically, I think this was a single or dual coil. Wicks. Let's get my little screwdriver. Obviously the wicks go down the side here, and it works as a bit sort of like the juice will sit underneath. It looks on face value like it wouldn't hold a lot of juice, but it really does. And in the top, how well is that going to show? There you go. I think you can see it like that. There's like a tea strainer type design. I wonder if I can take the, does that help with the drip tip off? Not really, doesn't show you anything. Let's see if I can get the centre out. It's hard, this one, because it's new. There we go. So you might be able to see it a bit better now. Like a, just a, well, like a tea strainer, I suppose. Just some, how many dots are there? 6, 10 each side. And there's your airflow That's not showing up very well, is it, against my background? Sorry. There you go. There's the airflow. So you've got, on my prototype, this was loose, but it's fixed on this one. So there we go. You've got numerous settings. You can, hopefully you'll be able to see that. So that would be 3/4, 3 out of the 4. Turn it round again. You can turn the whole top section off and keep turning. 3 out of the 4 shut, and you wouldn't want to, but there's all 4 shut. And then drip tip in top. But this sort of T-strainer design just makes it so it doesn't spit. And I've just looked up to see a question from David Salford voted, Mark, what's the washer type thing for in the Luxem? Kieran and I spoke about this, and we found out what it was. I remember what it was. It's for, when you use it in 18650 mode, it's to turn the adjustment screw in the bottom. So I'm sure that's what it is, yeah. So I'll turn it. What's the point in showing me? I'll turn it with a screwdriver, but the key is there so you can turn it with that key. That's all it is, David. Oh, there you go. Coil Proby, Nature. I received my Integra RTA from you today. Wow, smooth airflow. Brilliant. Great news. And oh, Kieran's in chat. Oh, I've missed a load. I've missed a load. Good to see YouTube not working again. Oh, evening, Kieran. Didn't they work? You've changed your logo, Kieran. When did that happen? That looks very nice. Ian Morgan, Mark, have you ever had the Tayfun GT3 RTA? So I haven't. I think they're making, well, I know they're making clones of the Tayfun now, so a little bit reluctant to sell it, to be honest. I don't want to. I don't know. Let me come back to you on that one. I've got stuff in my sort of head about that, but I just want to explain it properly. That's all. Evening, Martin. Keith, has that a MOSFET in it, Mark? If you mean the Luxem, yes, it does. Let's take that apart. Send me one list. Very good. I love it. Excellent. So there's the MOSFET in the top. So whoops, and the battery. So there it is. There's one side and the other, and it just sits. There's a little groove in the top there that I probably won't be able to get this in now with my fingers, but yeah, it sits in the groove. Let's see if I can get that in. There's a little button on the side as well. You probably can't see that. It's right there. And that's what the paddle switch activates. Oh, I think I've only gone and done it. Well done me. I think so. We'll find out if it works. Doesn't work. And I've changed the airflow. What have you made me do? There you go. The airflow's not right, but I can change that soon. Where are we? Yeah, I've discussed the washer. Yeah, 2 days ago. Oh right, so Kieran, you changed your logo 2 days ago. A total revamp. It looks very nice, Kieran. I like that, but I didn't. it'll take people a little while to get used to the fact it's you again, probably, because you get used to a bit like the Nature Vape little leaf thing. You know, people get used to it, don't they? Nature Vape, when you get the Cold Steel 100, you mean this one? This is the 100, isn't it? It's the 100. Still got a battery in it. It is really, really heavy, to be honest, but it's got a decent feeling of build quality. But when am I getting it? I'm not sure, to be honest. There's been a little, I don't know how to put it, with the H Pro. They've sort of, I haven't even had the other one yet, the other German one. All the reviewers have had theirs. I haven't had one, so I was waiting to get that to put the order through, but I don't quite know what's going on with the H Pro, whether they've changed their marketing or what they're doing. I don't quite know, but it just makes you feel out in the cold a bit, but it shouldn't do. I've always got on well with the H Pro, and hopefully that will continue. Oh God, it's right. I got it right last time. Asphodel. There you go, Asphodel. Maybe they should put a coat of nail polish or something on it, so it's a little bit. They're bringing out I think like a second chip, which we will get straight away and probably send with all the mods. That is actually waterproof, a waterproof chip for the Luxem. So yeah, you should be fine. Have you tried firing this Salford? Have you tried firing a Luxem with a 0.25 coil yet? I haven't, David. Have you? Is that a problem? To be honest with you, I use mine with the True Tank. I just use it as a mouth to lung. Let me see if I can get that airflow right, because I don't like it too open. Middle one, middle one, middle one. That's the one I like. Yeah, okay, I've caught up. Well done me. That's easy to catch up, and there's not quite so many people watching. It's quite good in a way. Right, have I done what I was vaping on? So I've done the Luxem. I didn't have a vape on this, I don't think, did I? What have we got this at? 45. That's good enough. It's actually on soft. Why would it be on soft? Oh well, we'll keep it on soft. 0.18 ohm coil. I don't know if you can see that. See if I can change these camera settings, because that's something else. Oh, I see, it goes behind there. Ooh, I've done it now. Right. Let's see if I can change it. Make me blurred. Does this work? Yes, it does. Now you can see what the coil is. Or what the ohms are. So let's bring that back to about there. Put me back in focus. Minimize that. And now I need to bring back chat. Oh, excellent. Got it back. David, I tried to fire a 0.24, wouldn't have it. Oh, right, okay. I'm trying to think what the spec is of it, what it says it will go down to. Perhaps you'd remind me, David, what it is. Is it just 0.24 you've tried? You said 0.25 last time. Don't know. Anyway, let's have a vape on this. In this, I've got the blackcurrant raspberry and lime. Now, just to show you, I did actually put some in earlier, but I'll put some more in. You can see that you can really glug that up. There's a fair old glug gone in there. Let's just wait for that to get soaked up. And Kieran's saying that his is a 0.25, so yours is alright, is it, Kieran? Asphodel, I can't remember what the amp limit is on the Luxem. All the spec for it is on my website, so you should be able to see everything from there. Right, let's have a vape on this one. So you can see it's still not. Just put a good glug in there. That's not quite high enough. Let's turn that up. I've got to remember how do you do it? Oh, these batteries are low. There's not a lot in them. I can't remember the menu on this thing. Oh, yes I can. There you go. Let's turn it up to 60. Don't know if there's enough battery in there to do that. That's better. But yeah, really super impressed with this dripper. Really am. The Alexander, I'll put the thing up again. It is, I would say it's one of the nicest drippers that I've ever used. It's very, very good indeed. So there you go. There's a recommendation. I don't always say that. And now I've got juice on my hands for some reason. Did I miss the thing? Yeah, David, for 0.25 it says the lowest it will fire. I've got the spiral on top with the 1 ohm coil at the moment. So, hang on, David. I know you're old, okay, and I don't like picking on you, but you said it wouldn't take a 0.24, but you've got, it says it will only go down to 0.25. So, sorry, am I missing something? Do you mean because it was just 0.1 out it wouldn't fire? Well, I would have said that's a good thing. You know, if it says it will only go down to 0.25 and that's where it does go down to, that should be a good thing. Oh, Kieran, minimum is 0.25. I'm using the TrueTone. Well done, Kieran. There's a top man. Sorry, David, I'm not really picking on you. You know I like to have a tease. And Dean, hi Dean, is the Kayfun Light the best mouth to lung and worth the pound, the dollar? I don't believe it is the best. I know there's some people really like it, some don't. I did a review on it. I haven't even got mine to hand. Is it up there? Yeah, I think it's up there. So I don't believe it is the best. And is it worth it? Maybe it's worth it to you if you're a Kayfun fanboy and you want to have that because you've got nearly all the others, or you know, it's decent. Put it this way, it's decent and it's easy to build, very easy to build. So it does definitely suit some people. There's no question of that. I had issues with mine getting the base off. We've got what we call the Ed Zachary, which is very similar, and I don't have issues taking the base off that, but it doesn't, for me, give me the same vaping experience as, say, the True Tank. And that's, I know it's my tank and maybe I'm a bit biased, but that's my opinion. And perhaps one or two of you in chat have got both. Perhaps you'd all say what you think. I mean, if people think that the Kayfun is mega, say so. I know a lot of people like it, Dean, and you know, you might well be one of those people, but I do accept, what's that, about £70, is it, for the original? I think so. Oh, there you go. John, no, the True Tank is best. Thanks, John, a supporter. Oh, right, okay, David. So that is what you were saying. I understand now. So no, I mean it's doing as I say, but I didn't have a point. Oh, I see. So he didn't have a 0.25 to judge. That's fair enough. So yeah, like I say, I'd have thought it was a good thing that if it says it won't go down, it's actually accurate. And had the Wasp on 0.31, it works and looks fine. Brilliant, lovely. Curly Chew, all in ones. Actually, I've not been putting these comments up. let's put one up. Let's put curly tubes up. What am I thinking about? All-in-ones seem to be the in thing at the mo. Any thoughts on the dot mod all-in-one? And have you heard the rumours of the Vicious Ant Club? I haven't tried the dot mod, and no, I haven't heard the rumours. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. No, I haven't seen that one. Curly tube. So no, I'm not very good with that one, have I? I can't answer you, but it's better that I tell you I can't answer than just make up some rubbish. But yeah, all-in-ones do seem to be coming to the fore again at the moment, don't they? Sort of quite a close link between perhaps pods and all-in-ones, because they're, you know, you haven't, some of the pods look like all-in-ones, don't they? So, and Lynn here, try the Ed Zachary, it's very good. Thanks, Lynn. And Keith Parker, yeah, cool. Keith P. Should I say his proper name, full name on screen? I don't know. Keith don't mind. He thinks that the K-Fun Prime was a lot better, as is the True Tank and the Berserkers. So you're sort of getting a bit of a feel that, oh, there you go, here's another one going the other way. So Lane, hi Lane. The Ed Zachary mouth to lung is brilliant. Purchased from Nature Vote. It's basically a clone of the K-Fun. Never had the authentic, but can't fault the Ed Zachary. Not got a true... Pardon, David? Not got a True Tank? What are you doing? But interested to know how it compares to the gate I have. I like the gate. I've still got the gate in here, in my Y stick. I bet this will gurgle. Actually, I haven't used it for ages. Try it. That's not bad, because that is sat there for probably 2 weeks, I would say. So that's not bad. I haven't used that much lately. I've been firing away with this little thing. How does it compare? I would say the one big thing for me, anyway, with the True Tank is the airflow, air pressure. And when you vape it, you get what feels like it's coming from, how do I describe this? Not like air coming from a void. It's air that's built up and focused on that coil. So it feels like it's almost got back pressure that hits that coil. But with the gate, it feels a bit more open. Yes, I accept it still comes under the coil, but it just doesn't feel the same airflow to me as the True Tank. But having said that, I'm not knocking the gate, because I think the gate is a very good tank as well, and I really enjoy using my gate. So yep, there are two. And see, we've all got there's Keith couldn't get on with the gate, so we've got our favourites, and we all like them for different reasons, you know. And it's you know, it's like, where is it? This thing. This is a vape experience. I think this is really, really good. But to fill the thing, what a pig! Absolute pig, but it vapes really well. David, on the True Tank with my Turkish, has I had to clean... Oh, as I think you meant as I had to clean the gate. So, David, are you saying that you like the gate better than the True Tank, or are you saying that you alternate? I don't know. Talking of David, actually, I just thought I got a pipe. I haven't got it up here with me, but it was a cheapie, and I will bring it on the next show. I'll show everyone. But at the minute, the one thing I don't like about it is the drip tip, if you like, that comes off the tank is really wobbly, and I'd want that secure. So other than that, I think it's quite good. Let's put another comment up there because it's worth it. Kieran's nice new logo. For me, the True Tank just beats the Gate. Not much in it, but as Mark is saying, the True Airflow feels more forceful under the coil. Yeah, that's probably what I was trying to say, Kieran. So you're an intellectual chap. You see, you get your words out better than us. Us heathens. I thought I'd turn my phone off. Let me turn that sound off. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh my word. Right, I'll get to the next one under it in a minute. So David Cox, I like a looser mouth to lung. If you like a looser mouth to lung, I'm going to say the True Tank isn't for you, I don't think, because that's more of an open. The Gate is a looser mouth to lung, so that you might prefer the Gate, or indeed the K-Fun Light. You know, that would suit you. So, but breaking news, let's put this one on there. Breaking news in capitals, I just gave up vaping. What I'd like to know, Chunk, is what have you taken up in place of it, and is it legal? So, I mean, that's, to be fair, let's just talk about that for a second. The whole idea of vaping for some and a lot of people is to get moved from cigarettes to vaping to nothing. And if Chunk has given up vaping, and I assume he's not back on his fags, that's superb, really. What's better than that? There's nothing better than not putting anything in your lungs. You know, so fair play to you, Chunk. And knowing you'll probably stay in the vaping sort of community and keep involved, but the fact you're not vaping anymore, fair play. And, you know, I'm not going to knock you for that. Oh, Lynn, what are you doing to me? What do you think of the IPV V3 Mini Auto Squonk? I haven't tried one. I think it's an interesting concept, but I don't think there are some things that are invented, designed, that are necessary and that improve and enhance your pleasure of using the product. For me, I actually quite like the fact that I could squonk and know what I'm putting in the dripper, and I don't know, just to have it automated, just to me takes a bit of the fun away. And I could be wrong because I haven't actually used one, but that's my initial thought, and it doesn't excite me as a purchase. Some things excite me and I think, I've got to have one of them, I've got to try one. That isn't one of those products. So, I don't know. What do you think of it, Lynn? Is it something you're really keen on them? And probably ask someone who has tried one, not me. Curly Jews faces, presumably that's at Chunk. Oh, and Kieran Chunkmeister, what's the punchline? For 5 minutes. Worst 5 minutes of the week so far. Chunk, you're a knob. Fancy leading me down that garden path. And I fell for it. Hook, line and sinker. Kieran didn't. See, I told you he was an intellect. Salford, I'm going to be diplomatic. I use both. Both have their good and bad. Yeah, it's fair enough. Fair enough, David. I use both too. So you know, that's he's talking about the True Tank and the Gate. I think Chew found that funny. Yeah, it was funny. Well done, Chunk. I fell for it, and can I just say that is only borrowed, and I will repay that favour. And John has said a message here for David that the damn vape has a looser mouth to lung. So, yep. So there's another one you might want to look at. Oh, that's interesting. Partha. Hi Partha. Are you aware of the fact that Swomesto is coming up with a 1.2mm air hole deck for the K-Fun Light for 2019? I did hear about it, but that's basically all. So yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Be very interesting. Be nice to see that. I don't even care. Oh, Chunk, you're on form tonight, aren't you? And Dave might get an exaggeration. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the way I see all styled stroke cloned products, I believe that they are worth a punt at times, because you think, I don't know whether to have one of these or whether not to. And I've done it. I've bought things, and I've bought the copy first, and I thought, I really like that. I'm going to buy the original now, because it's a bit of me. And I've also tried them, and I thought, I don't see what the hype's about. I wouldn't spend 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, you can go on, can't you, pounds on the genuine one, because I don't believe it's anything special. Like, to be fair, I mean, I could get blasted for this. I wish I'd done that with the Rose, because I was dead keen to buy the Rose, and I bought it, and it didn't suit my vaping style at all. I'm not saying the Rose is a pile of poo. It's not. It's, for some people, they love it, and to be fair, mine sits in a drawer, and if someone's probably gone, please sell it to me. I don't know, but yeah, I've used it once, twice, I think. I didn't like it. So yeah, all things in my view have their place. I missed the punchline. Did I miss a punchline? I didn't miss the punchline. I don't think. Chunk. Oh, I did. What punchline did I miss? Oh God, come on, don't pick on me tonight. What's this all about? I missed the oh God, let's scroll back. Chunk. I didn't miss it. What's the punchline? Yeah, I didn't miss the punchline. He gave up for 5 minutes. Worst 5 minutes of the week so far. No. Did I? Oh, I've obviously missed something else. I don't know. Anyway, Kieran, explain it to me. David, took me 30 years. Let's put that up there. Oh, why didn't that work? Come on. Thank you. Took me 30 years to pack up the fags and 9 years trying to stop vaping. So you've... Oh, I see. So you haven't... Oh, God. Is this still part of that joke? This is just going to go on one of those dunce moments for me, I think. So I'm presuming, David, that you've been vaping for 9 years, but you're still vaping. That's what I'll presume. UK Vapester, hello sir, hello to you sir as well. I see you were on the UK Vape Show, Rob, very good. I haven't watched it all yet actually. I watched some of it, but not all. Asphodel, I like that I can manage his squonk much more to get a fat wet. Yeah, well, exactly right, and that's getting back to the one that Lynn was talking about. Apparently he's thinking of buying one. And I spoke to Daniel about this. He's not in chat again. He's a bit poorly still, but I think he was quite keen on trying one as well. But it's, you know, if we all like the same things, we'd all be driving Ford Fiestas, wouldn't we? So, or probably something nicer than that, or bigger, flasher. But you know, you get my point. Chunk, I worked the stream lag, buddy. Is that still aimed at me, Chunk? I'm moving past Chunk for a minute. I think he's got the bugger in him tonight. And Keith, the Amit is a looser mouth along as well. Yeah, I tried the Amit and I just couldn't stop it leaking. I had real issues with that tank trying to stop it leaking. I never did get it to the point where it either stopped and vaped well. I know some people did, so you know, maybe that's a failing on my part. But and thanks, mate. Yeah, you're welcome. Papa Chigley. Ooh, let's put that one on there. Have you had any experience with the Russian Fusion mouth to lung RTA? I don't think I've seen that one. I'm going to write it down for later on. Russian Fusion. Sorry, you don't need to be watching a show of me writing stuff down, do you? But I wanted to make a note of that for later. No, I haven't. I don't know if you have, or whether you're inquiring for yourself as well, Papa. So perhaps you'd let us know. And Keith, defo get the Ed Zachary. If you don't like it, you're not wasting £100 plate. Well, I don't think. Yeah, I agree, Keith, but I don't think they are 100. I think they're about 70 quid. But I take your point. Yeah, and there you go. This Asphodel again has put their tanks and RDAs. I'm happy I've not personally purchased the originals of, and that gets back to my point. You know, sometimes you think, yeah, let's give it a go, and there are things you just think, yeah, wow, that's really good, and I'm going to get the original, and I think that's lovely. You know, but other times you think, what's that all about? But then the original type of person will say to you, well, the only reason you didn't like it is because it's not a genuine one. The genuine one's not like that, but I don't believe that is essentially the case. And Keith, I like the Amit, not the best, but not bad. No, I just had leaking issues with mine, Keith, that was the only thing. And Salford, let's put a Salford comment up, shall we? Mark, have you ever had a style that was much better in build and overall use than the original? Well, I have, yeah, but the Ed Zachary, to be honest. And I had real issues with my genuine one, but not so much with the Ed Zachary. And the other example of that was the Boxer Squonk mod. That the original one, the pipe from the Squonk bottle sort of went up and round in an S bend, and with the copy it was properly located. So yeah, two things. UK vape stuff famous now. I think we've all got some way to be famous, but you know, obviously you are famous, Rob, because everyone thinks you're like Hugh Grant, so and he's famous, so by association you must be famous. Keith, the Salford, I have the K-Fun Prime, the SX Prime, the threads are better on the copy. Well, there you go. Yeah, and that can happen. So, okay, David, you say you've had a couple of examples where the clone was better. What were they? Let's all find out what they were. Tell us what they were. And I think the rest are hellos. Am I? Oh, I'm not far behind. This is unlike me. Yeah, Keith, you do. You get more spares with the clones as well. Yeah, you do. That's very true. And very often, if they're going to make a different, like a mouth to lung deck, for example, the clone will have that with it. Whereas the original, it's another 30 quid, 40 quid, whatever. And there you go. Let's put this one up as well. Asphodel. I had the clone of the Virus RDA. I can't even think which one that is. But anyway, by the by. But not the original. From the pictures, I think the clone is better by having the airflow tunnels. It's like a Kennedy. Close to the post as one. Well, is it a clone then? It wasn't the same. One of my faves. Yeah. So, you know, was that an exact clone? And it, you know, when you think about these copies, I mean, I've always said that with the clones, I just wish they wouldn't put, like, let's take K-Fun. I wish they wouldn't put a K-Fun on that copy, because I don't believe that is really right. I would rather see, so we all know, it's make it plain or change something, put your own spin on it. I don't know, whatever. We could talk about that for hours, but oh, right, I haven't seen it for sale in the Czech Republic. This is getting back to that, and I wrote it down. That's why I wrote it down, because my memory's bad. Russian Fusion. David. Not naming names, but both were mech mods from well-known companies. Okay, that's fair dues. David. Splinters. Splinters in the backside. Salford Vapor. No, I fully understand. Don't get involved, David. The Gate RTA is better. Ooh, Merc. Let's put that on there. I know one man who will. Oh, I've put the wrong one on. Let's go back to Mercs in a second. Yeah, I've got the Expromiser. I probably will review it. But at the moment I'm not wowed by it, but that could be because I'm perhaps not doing something right. Let's leave it at that. I'm not going to pass judgment on it yet, because I know, again, a lot of people are thoroughly enjoying it, so I need a bit more time for that one. Merc, the Gate RTA is better than the Skyline RTA clone. I know that Kieran, I think his favourite RTA is the Skyline, and I think he's got clones and originals, but yeah, I think you might well see a comment on that in a minute. I know it's his favourite. So yes, Partha, hopefully I will. And actually, talking of that, my review, I haven't done a review for a little while, and I have got important things to review. I want to do this Luxem. I'm the UK sole agent for this Luxem by Ambition Mods. I also want to do the Keys Alexander, because Keys treat me, very well as well. So they're just two things that I'm desperate to review. But the summertime is my busy time, and that's why I just haven't had time to like these live shows, to plan a guest. I mean, I will have a guest very shortly. Actually, I've got one lined up, which I'll get to in a minute. But to prepare, I don't, probably from that side of the screen, you probably can't realise just how much is involved with contacting the person, with putting your thumbnails up on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, getting your pictures ready for what you want to talk about, trying to keep the topic interesting, so you plan that as well. It's all time, and lately, I don't want to harp on this too much, but I went through a period where I wasn't perhaps feeling very well, and I had sitting outside like these involuntary nosebleeds, and that is just not like me. And I just felt I needed to just take a step back and just have not a life, that sounds dramatic, but I just want to have a little bit of me time, and just ease off the pedal a bit, because I think it was perhaps having an effect. I was working too hard basically, and I just wanted to ease off. How did we get on that? Let's talk about nicer things. And Salford, yeah, I agree, Mark. No brandy on clones. Yeah, I think that should be a thing. I think certainly if I have any influence with the manufacturers, I would be telling them that. And like the Ed Zachary has no markings on it at all, which is why I took it on. If it had K-Fun on it, I wouldn't have taken it on. Chuck, what are you talking about? I don't know what you are smoking or vaping, Chunk, but I want some. I think you'll find they're crones. What are crones? Oh, I suppose the way the Chinese would say clone. Yeah, okay. Have I got that one, Chunk? Have I kept up with the programme? Yeah, and Asphodel agrees. Yeah, clones should not have logos and stuff. Just the shape and functionality. Correct. I couldn't agree more. Kieran, let's put that one up there. I hear the Fusion has a great mouth to lung from a friend in... Oh, right, the Russian... Right, sorry, Kieran, yeah. So I told you my brain just isn't right at the minute. Oh, right. So, well, I think you're a mouth to lung man, Kieran. I think we need to act on that. One of us needs to buy one, if they're available. And Keith, you getting spit back from the... Yeah, I was, Keith. Yeah, pretty much. That pretty much sums up what I was getting. Kieran, Skyline for the win. I knew he'd have a comment to make about that. And the Salford. I love the Skyline. I think they're both very close. Splinters again, Salford. Splinters, that's all I'll say. God, I picked on him tonight. He's not even here. Do you want to come on, David, and have a go back? Right, let's put this one up there. We'll all have a look at this. I've yet to try any mouth to lung tank RDA stock coil, but all these talks about mouth to lung stuff, gonna have to give it a try. I smoked hand rolled cigarettes for 16 years and pulled on them in direct lung. What with a roll up? Direct lung? I don't know. Did you? Crikey. That's some habit. If you can, I can't think when I was smoking. I wouldn't have direct lung. I was a roll up man as well, but I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, stock coils. I haven't really found, much that excites me. I think for me, it's more rebuildables for mouth to lung. Chunk, you should have given me a shout. Yeah, thanks, Chunk. Yeah, you are, you're a great support to many people in the vaping industry. So yeah, cheers. I should. It was just, you try and keep the show interesting and open, and I felt as I don't want to harp on about it, but I almost felt like the pressure was getting a bit too much. Not with this show, just in general life. I have 2 businesses, and I just felt it was getting too much. And I just didn't want to come on this show. I like to come on this show a happy guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to come on here with the ump for the sake of feeling I have to do the show. So, because that wouldn't interest anyone. So that's why I didn't. Oh, Sulphur, there you go. Luxem and Alexander review should be up in the next week. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing that, David. That'd be nice. Chunk, what? I've got Babs now, though. What's Babs? Babs? Babs. I don't know. I know what Babs are, not Babs. And Partha, I agree. Thanks again. What? Yeah. Merc, the gate O-rings. Oh, let's put that one up there. The gate O-rings and airflow is... Oh, beautiful. Shame only had 3mm 70 VG in it at the moment. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, see, I mean, we are all different, and, for some, the airflow of the gate, they think isn't quite as good as a true tank. But if you like more of an open draw, then I think the gate would suit you more than the true tank. So, my opinion for what it's worth. Coil Proby. No, the authentic Hexome Max 6 versus clone is 8V max. Yeah, I don't know. The Hexome, that was another one actually that I had a bit of a hankering for. I wanted a Hexome and I never did buy one. And probably if I had bought one, it would pretty much be just sitting in a drawer, you know. So I don't know, it might not have been, I might have loved it, but I did fancy one. I still think they're nice. They were good. Now you see, this is the this is the comment, isn't it? Oh no, I missed this. Hi all. Now I spoke to Laurie earlier on today, and I told her it was 8:30 on my YouTube channel. Did I not, Laurie? But since you are here, Laurie, I've been talking to a lovely man, I'm sure a lot of you know, called Bessie. You'll know him as. And I asked him to make a drip tip for the True Tank, so that basically, I'm sure a lot of you guys don't suffer with this, but Laurie has, her hair gets caught in, there's a little piece in there. Her hair, she's got longish hair, and it gets caught in there. For me, the important bit was these silicone bits here, I just wanted, it would be nice if they were protected a bit so that they weren't open to getting mucky, grubby, you know, and you get grit in the top, so when you twist it, you know, I just thought it'd be nice if there was a nice drip tip. So I asked Bessie if he would come up with something for me, and he's come up with a picture. I'm sure he won't mind me showing you. Where is it? There. So there's the True Tank. It's covered me up, hasn't it? Oh well, I'm going to leave it there. Could go to the side. Here we are. So interested to know what you all think of that. Personally, I think he's done a belting job. I think it looks stunning, but that's only my opinion. You know, I'd be very keen to hear what you all think of it. So I'll take that one off now. Oh, right, Kieran, one's on its way to you. You're talking about this Russian fusion. So, yeah, be interested to let me know, Kieran. Personal message, Twitter, what that's all about. See if you, because I do... There are some people's opinions you respect, and Kieran's is one of the people that I respect, his opinions. So, and if you haven't checked his YouTube channel out, he's been a guest on the show. It's worth checking out. Keith, so was I. Took lots of oh right, this is the Exprimizer. Yeah, took lots of messing around to get it right. That's interesting, Keith. Yeah. Oh Christ. So I gotta put this up. So manually rolled, no filters. Did you put like a little cardboard roach in the end of that? How do you do a roll up? Direct lung. That must have been some hit. That's wow. That's a man who enjoys his tobacco. It really is. And if you can go from that to vaping, what a credit to vaping that is, really. You know, I think. Merc, I got that one. Direct lung drum. Yeah, drum, quite strong, wasn't it? Tried some drum in Holland. Went to Holland, had a lovely holiday in Holland. Yeah, the drum was good. Salford, Mark, they all do me because what's this? Oh, I can't remember what I was saying now. Mark, they all do me because I like a slightly open draw. So on most of the lungs, I can adjust to my way of vaping. Yeah. They all do to me. What was I saying then? I don't know. Sorry, David. I know we've been talking so much about mouth to lungs and draws. Yeah, college you. Take a bow ash iron lungs. That's unbelievable. We're all on your, yeah, thanks Laurie. Yeah, a little moan, not moan, offload on Laurie today. Asphodel. So closest I have to these K-Fun is the Eleaf Limo 2. My first rebuildable just over a year ago, but it's a 3.5 or so airflow, mate. Yeah, that was more... That wasn't really a mouth to lung, was it? I didn't actually ever have one. Didn't they bring out two at the same time when that Limo came out? I think they did. I think they brought two tanks out pretty much simultaneously. Oh, baby. Right, okay. That must be a Welsh expression then that I haven't heard of, because I know what BAPs are. Well, they don't mean baby. More like puppy than baby. What's coil probe? Let's put that one on there as an opinion. When people sell clones as counterfeits and rip people off with them, it is why they should be labelled as authentic is. Read it again. When people sell clones as counterfeits and rip people off with them is why they should be labelled as authentic. No, I'm not with you, Coil Pro. I'm not being funny. I think there's a point to be made there, but I don't quite get what you mean. I think, do you mean when people try to pass off a clone as an authentic? Then yeah, that's definitely a no-no. Keith, Mark, I was speaking to an old guy the other day who was vaping. He was telling me that he had to give up the cigs as his lung capacity was only 30%. 4 years on vaping, it's now up to 7. That's amazing, isn't it? 78%. I remember when I had pneumonia a few years ago, and that was a baddie. And the doctor said to me at the time, she got about a week later, they gave me this, or 2 weeks later, they gave me a puff test. She said, you got the lungs of a 70-year-old. I said, well, I've just had pneumonia. That's a bit unfair. So, yeah, but no, it's brilliant. And, you know, vaping's done that and cleared his lungs. Not cleared them, but, you know, and helped, which it clearly has. So sweet, I presume you mean about the drip tip. My time is not my own just now. I want to be here with you all, but I'm a visitor and have to be... Laurie, you go and see your company. Thanks for popping in, even for a few minutes. Good going. Oh yeah, that's about the I take it that's about that smoking still and the direct lunging. Grubby hair in the fill hole cough. Grubby hair in the fill hole? Have I? No, but I know what you mean. That if there was, yeah. Salford. I have that problem getting my hair caught in the true tank. Now, David, please. That would beg the question where you're putting the true tank then, because it isn't on your head. John, you think that's nice? Good. Meanwhile, USA is banning it. Yeah, I mean, how crazy is that, banning vape? No, my hair didn't get caught and I've got short hair anyway. Pav, welcome. And just came back home. Hope everyone's well. Mark, that drip tip is fantastic. You like that, Pav? I think it was. Oh, you want one? I'm gonna ask him to make some, and hopefully like an assortment of some nice colours, because red wouldn't be for everyone. So you know, perhaps some blues, greens, things like that. But yeah, I think he'll be making them quite quickly, and we'll have them on the site as soon as we can. And excuse me, I think that would be a good. I mean, the drip tip on the True Tank was a bit like Marmite, wasn't it? You either loved it or hated it. And some people actually grew to like it. I like it, but I accept that not everyone does. But I just think it would look nice with a, you know, with this top piece, the fill holes covered, and I think it just looked really stylish, and yeah, I can't wait to get one. You're here, but it's next week. Am I here? You're here. I'll be here next week. Right, I'm with you. Yeah, hopefully I'll be here. Like I say, I'll do these shows when I can. In some ways, I don't like to come on just on my own because I don't want to bore everyone with the same thing every week. It's nice to have a guest, and I will be having Bessie on as a guest, the guy who's making these drip tips for me. I think that'll be an interesting one as well. He's a really clever guy. But yeah, and I just, I sometimes don't like to just do the just come on my own. I feel a bit almost guilty because I told people that I would try and have a guest on every week, and Chunk has kindly said should have given me a knock, but it's nice to have, not being funny to Chunk, different people, and yes, so I will have people back on, again, but I want some others on as well. So I know what I mean. You know what I mean. I was joking, but yeah. If you're still there, David Salford Vapor is bald as bald can be. No cardboard, just cone shot. Actually, I stopped smoking. Oh right, just cone. This is I'll put this back up. This is about the roll-ups and direct lunging. No cardboard, just cone-shaped. Actually, I stopped smoking for 2 weeks and was getting extremely irritated at the smallest things, so I agreed to try vaping. Yeah. I mean, some people have got an addictive sort of personality, and some people haven't. And I know I have, and I know. I can have sort of quite an obsessive nature as well. So if I want to, I've got a 3D printer. It's just a silly thing that is part of another product. But I do get once I find out about something or I'm interested in something, I have to follow and read that path to the very end till I feel I've gathered enough knowledge that I'm happy. And yeah, sometimes don't know when to stop. So yeah, we're all different. What's this? All about the money. That's Keith. All about the money. They should be ashamed of themselves putting profit before health. Oh, I guess you're talking about, yeah, the USA. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you'd like to think it wouldn't be about the money in this day and age, wouldn't you? You'd like to think that they just want to help people to make their lifestyle healthier. It's crazy not to, I would have thought. Merck, let's put that one on there. The previous Expro RTA, Expronizer that is, RTA was ridiculously over-engineered and allowed decent flavour. The new version looks the same. Top airflow, why? Yeah, I agree with you. Wicket right and top airflow is relevant. Yeah, I will be doing a review of it. Hopefully, I've got one here, like I say, but I feel that I just need a bit more time. I thought, because so many people like it, I thought I must have missed something. I don't think it's anything special. But horses for courses. Maybe those people are coming off I can't name names. A cheap pod. There you go, I'll say it like that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was coughing and spitting my lungs off every morning before switching to vaping. Now I can run again. Only 33 in 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean that was some habit. I mean I know when I was smoking that the reason I sort of went to vaping really is because the main bit is laying in bed and this high pitched wheeze that I had to get rid of it. And I thought, I've got to do something with this smoking. It's now It's making me wheeze in bed. I didn't like it. It's this really high-pitched whistle that you couldn't sleep because it's annoying. And John, you'd like one too? That's the drip tip. Okay, John. I mean, it's nice that I'm getting a feel for if people would like it for the True Tank, and I'll, rather than sort of buy 6 or whatever, I'll probably get 20, and hopefully, you know, if people are keen to buy one, then I'll get them. Dean, Devil Vapor. Good evening, Dean. What's it back? How are you? How are you, Dean? Didn't see all the show. I did see Rob on the UK Vape Show, and but I didn't watch it all this week. I can't remember what I was doing now. I think I was doing a thing with my 3D printer actually. Wow. Oh, Dean, yes. Ooh, what a numpty. Why didn't I think of that? Received your package today, so I went to my old address. Sorry, Dean. Yeah, you'll have to give me your new address so that doesn't happen again. I forgot you'd moved. You'd gone from like a detached 4-bed to a lodge. I had forgotten, with new lighting and stuff. Call the pro. Sorry, most you deciphered correct. Basically, if clones were not bred, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Coyle. And everyone's saying hello to Dean now. It's trouble when you're famous. You see, everyone says hello, and I have to scroll through my chat. Yeah, I can, David. And in fact, Dean's in chat. Dean, I'd like to have you on the show. You know, it'd be nice one Tuesday night if you're free. Let me know if you can make it. It'd be nice to have you on the show. And I must ask Chris at some. I think I did ask Chris. Anyway, can't remember. I think he said yes, but that's never happened. God, Provia made. Everyone makes more sense than Chunk. Everyone. Actually, oh God, yeah, those brown fingers, Merc, when you were smoking. Oh, and when you think of it now, isn't that quite hideous? Especially if your partner or whoever doesn't smoke as well. I don't think we realised as smokers. I certainly didn't. You know, if I walked past someone and they went, "Pah," I'd sort of go, "Sod off." I didn't realise how badly I smelt through smoking at times, especially when you just had one and you sort of gone back indoors and like, that's not off, get a life. But yeah, we don't realise, do we? Until you stop and then you smell it on those other people, you then realise. I bet my PC with a fan sitting. I bet it is. Yeah, I mean one of the houses I moved into, I bought off this. She actually passed away, but I bought it from, her family. It was through their estate. She smoked so heavily. This woman, her name was. Oh, can I say her name? Don't really know. She was a lady anyway. She was a titled lady. And not only could you see where the pictures had been, the square, but you could also see the string from behind. And I don't think I've ever seen smoke stains that have highlighted the string behind as well as the the picture frame. Daniel, you made it. And there's me telling everyone that you're not very well. So thanks for popping in, Daniel. And Daniel, you'd have missed it earlier, but Lynn was also thinking about buying that the automatic squonk that I can't remember the name of it now. We were speaking about it earlier. Lynn will tell you. Lynn will tell you. Yeah, picking up slowly. Yeah, that's good. Daniel's picking up slowly. I'm going for. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, Dean. There seems to be about a 5-minute delay though. I'll put that one on there. The 5-minute delay, Dean, is me. It's the Norfolk factor. I can't multitask. I've got to go through comments. This was all right on your show. There's 4 of you. You go through the comments while Mark chats. That's just the way it is. Cheeky bugger. But yeah, be good. Get in touch. We'll talk on Twitter probably. That'll probably be the best way. Ooh, there's a fire back at you, Dean. He's reading and answering every single comment, though. Unlike some other shows. Back at you. We might discuss that on the show. And definitely be here if Dean's invited. Yeah, it'd be nice to have Dean on, and I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure he said he's happy to do it. Smell it, yeah, David. You can smell a smoke from 100 yards away now. You can now, but I bet at the time, like I used to smoke in my car as well, in company cars, where we were told that it's against company policy to smoke in your company car. You mustn't do it. And I always think, I'll just have the window open, I don't know. But of course, now as a non-smoker, I open a car door, even of a car that's, you know, say a car for sale and sat there for a couple of weeks. I open the door and think, smoker, and shut the door again. So, strange, isn't it? Thank you, John. Painkiller's kicking in. All right, thank you, John. In fact, I'm going to be kicking this in at 10 o'clock as well, or maybe just a touch before. Because I haven't seen anything of Tina. I did tell her I'll just be on till 10, so I'll be stopping at that time as well. I think we had a nice show tonight. There's been quite a few sort of comments and laughs and chats, and even if I didn't understand chunk. Well, here's an advice tip from Merck. Let's put that on the screen there. Tip for new vapors getting into the rebuilding and hobby stuff. Don't stick to one device. Have mouth-to-lung and direct lung setups. It's simple advice, but people forget satisfaction is the key. Yeah, I mean, I have very often 2 or 3 devices around me. I've got my mango, peach and papaya in there. I've got a tobacco in there, and I like to alternate for flavour-wise as much as, you know, a different thing to vape. So let's have some of that there, tobacco. Yep, that was, I think that's Tamahawk in there by Manabush. Yeah, it is. And Lynn's telling Daniel what the Squonk mod was. Yeah, the IPv3, that's it. I couldn't remember. Oh, there you go. Dean's testing it. See, so he thinks it's a nice bit of kit. I was just saying, I was just saying though, Dean, that I didn't know if, would it mean a lot to me to be able to preset, you know, how much it was squonking and automatically do it. I don't know. I quite like the fact that I can squirt as much in, but I haven't tried one, so, you know, I can't really say that's a, you know, a thing if I haven't tried it. And Coil Probe is off, mustache. She must be obeyed. Requires something. That was Rumpole, wasn't it? She must be obeyed. And yeah, Keith, he never smoked in the car, but he vapes in the car. Yeah, why not? You know, it's not an unpleasant smell, is it? The only thing with vaping in a car, I would say that if you're on a dripper, you know, just be aware that it'll look silly to other people if you've got a front car full of vape that is also dangerous. So, you know, but sensible vaping in a car, why not? I think. Tina, hello Tina. Tina's changed her profile picture. When did you do that, Tina? I'll have to find out. That's my Tina. Yeah, cheers, John. Take care. HVote is really not directed at anyone's stream in particular, really. It's a cool that you tell. I see. Oh, no, there's me thinking you're going to have a little go at Dean. Oh, that's quite nice to have a go at Dean sometimes. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, I mean, I thanks, Astrodel. I try and read out the comments. It's not always possible. You know, I have had people like Vic on the show, and I couldn't possibly read them all out. And you understand why shows like the UK Vape Show can't read them out, because their comments are just, you even see it, you know, as a spectator watching, the comments are just flying through, and they can't possibly see everyone. So, you know. And Dean, again, to me, it's just like vaping a normal stock coil tank setup once you get the flow right. Well, yeah, I'd be interested to see it, Dean, and see how it goes. Be nice to see a few reviews of it and make a decision. I mean, it's something else new, but I just didn't know if it was like designing something for design's sake almost, but maybe not. I don't know. Never say never till you've tried it, or don't knock it till you've tried it. And guess what, Dean? I've caught up with chat. I'm not 5 minutes behind. The Norfolk factor has caught up. So I'm going to have a vape. Oh, is that battery getting low? A little bit. I think I've been using that pretty much all day. That one. Anyway, I think at nearly 5 to 10, 8 minutes to, I think we'll call that a night. Just a quick sorry to say, like I said, that I haven't been the most regular person. I can't commit to every week. I'll come on when I can. But we're all going to change our profile, but it's just it. Yeah, well, I don't think Tina's would confuse me, because I do recognise her. But yeah, I get your point, Kieran. But yeah, I can't commit to every week. I'll come on when I can. It's lovely when I do, and while I enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. And yes, I do enjoy it. 22 thumbs up. 22 of you have enjoyed it. I don't know how many people are watching. 33, so that's not bad. One person put the thumb down as soon as it came live, so it doesn't matter. And as Tina quite rightly says, it doesn't take a lot to confuse me. There you go. So, thanks ever so much for everybody in chat for watching and asking your questions. You know, there have been some good questions tonight and good comments, so it's nice, you know, that people get involved. Thanks ever so much. So, until next time, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.